Hi, welcome to Everyone Can Jam. This is a place where everyone can learn to play music, and today we're talking about 5 things that are common stumbling blocks for adult beginning guitar players, and they're all really easy things to fix. What I was thinking was I would talk about top 10 stumbling blocks and how to remove them, and I sat down and made a list, and I very quickly listed 10 things, then I listed 5 more things, and then I realized there's probably 5 or 10 more things, so I think it'll be a series, and I just thought I would pick out the 5 that are easiest to fix. There's no reason why you should have trouble playing the guitar because you have a guitar that's difficult to play, for example. So number 1 is make sure someone you trust who knows how to play the guitar has sort of approved your guitar. If you go to a music store, of course, your guitar isn't going to be good enough because they want to sell you a guitar. But if you have a friend who works at a music store or a friend who plays guitar and you like the way they sound and they look like they're having fun, just ask them to play your guitar and tell you, is my guitar difficult to play or is it relatively easy to play? When you're a beginning guitarist, it's just not fair to have a guitar that is actually difficult to play. If you're spending time with your instrument, you deserve to have a guitar that is, where the guitar itself is not the stumbling block. And guitar, unlike a lot of instruments, well, 2 things. Guitar can be very difficult to play because the instrument has something wrong with it. And also guitars that are good quality and relatively easy to play are not that expensive. You can get a decent guitar in the $100 range, even less than $100 depending on the style, and if it's used, maybe less than $100, maybe $100, $150 new if you get a Yamaha. I can highly recommend the Yamaha brand. My first real guitar ever was Yamaha, and it's 40 years old and it's still going strong. They make a very reliable, you'll definitely get your money's worth if you buy one of those new. And if you find a used Yamaha, then you'll get a better value. You can get a great guitar that's used. You can get a good value buying a used guitar is what I'm trying to say, but then you want somebody to help you pick it out. To make sure you're getting one that doesn't have a serious issue. Get someone who plays a fair amount to help you pick it out. Let's see. Make sure your guitar is in tune. Often people will start playing guitar without realizing it's not in tune, and you might watch a YouTube lesson and try to do what they're showing you. You might be doing it right, but it will sound terrible if your guitar's not in tune. So go to a music store and have them tune it for you, and learn how to tune your guitar as soon as you can. If you want some help learning how to tune your guitar, just comment and let me know. I haven't made that lesson yet, but if people are asking for it, that's where I tend to go with what I make next. Get an electronic tuner. Occasionally people will say, well, you've really got to, tune by ear the old-fashioned way. But tuning a guitar is not a beginner skill. You really need to spend your time and your energy learning how to play the guitar. And when you're new at it, you need one of these or some other brand to make sure your guitar really is in tune, so that your ears get used to how it sounds when it is in tune. So when you're a beginner, you need a little help with that. Let's see, but you can learn to tune with an electronic tuner. You can learn to tune pretty soon as a beginner. There are some tricks to it though, like if you don't know how to use it, it's possible to still tune your guitar wrong. So you might need a little help with that. Let me know if you need help. So that's number 3. And no, that was number 2. Number 3 is relax. If a practice relaxation, anywhere you can learn, you may have already had some kind of relaxation practice. Anything that teaches you to relax is helpful. You might be an athlete and you might have learned, when you're batting, how to keep things relaxed that you don't need to have tense. You might have studied karate or yoga or anything like that where you've learned how to be in the moment and relax and to not tense things up that don't need to be tense. That can be very helpful. Let's see. Number 4, I'll definitely be teaching more about relaxation, but that is one thing. If you already know how to relax because of something you've practiced, go there first and make sure your posture is good and things are relaxed before you even start making sounds and playing your guitar. Number 4 is slow the blank down. It is amazing how much easier it is for your brain to tell your fingers where to go and what to do if you really slow down. I have a new piano student. It's just his 3rd lesson, and he's 6 years old. And he told me something his coach told him, that his coach told him when he's learning something new to do it really, like, I think it was baseball coach. He told him when he's doing something new, do it really slow at first and make sure you do it perfectly. And then when you know how to do it perfectly, then you speed up. And that's how I teach music. And I think it's really neat that coaches know this. Not so neat that a lot of music teachers and students don't know this, but it's so helpful. It will actually speed up your learning process because your brain will learn it quicker if you go slow. And then once you have it slow, it's not that hard to speed up. Number 5 is exercise. Obviously, when you're learning to play the guitar and you're squeezing down here, it will be really obvious right away that you need some strength in this hand. And that is a big stumbling block, but it is so easy to overcome that stumbling block. You will probably be given a lot of things to do to exercise or strengthen your fingers, and they might be a little bit difficult at first, but you don't have to do anything difficult in order to increase your strength. Just plop your fingers down and squeeze. And just put them somewhere and squeeze one at a time. That one, a different one. Don't even try to play chords or make notes yet. Put your fingers down and squeeze. If you're having pretty good luck making, like if you can make a note that you like, go exploring and make notes here, there, and everywhere. Every sound you make is developing your brain, and someday it's going to all come together, and it's going to all be valuable experience and valuable brain development that will help you be a better musician. So as far as just removing 5 stumbling blocks very easily, that's my last bit of advice. Put your fingers down and squeeze, and do different shapes. Do it with don't do it with a wrist like this. Don't do it with a wrist like that. Do it with a wrist kind of straight, okay? And you can do it with your thumb behind, or you can do it with your thumb up here. Just plop your fingers down and squeeze. And if you do that for a minute or 2 each day, it's amazing how much difference it can make. This is also helping to develop your coordination, even though you might find that hard to believe. It is. And if you spend some time doing that, that will eventually help a lot. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. And there will be more, many more lessons about common stumbling blocks and how to remove them so that you can progress and not be tripped up by something that's easy to undo. If you don't want to miss a thing, please go to www.everyonecanjam.com and sign up for my email list, because I put things there that I don't put anywhere else. And please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. Those things help make it possible for me to do more of this kind of work. And I love it, and I hope to see you again soon.